The rhythm is gonna get ya. The rhythm is gonna get ya. The rhythm is gonna get you. The rhythm is gonna get you tonight. I never understood that song. What did it mean? Like, was the rhythm bad? So, guys, I don't even know what I've been saying to y'all when I first start these off. I normally tell y'all about my day. So I'm back to doing that. So, my sister worked out with me today. She hasn't worked out in a long time. And of course, her butt when I come in doing the most. Like me, I do my little workout. I do some cardio. I do some abs. Her butt when I come in, like, she want to push that machine. You know, the little machine that the football players push where they like push. Like, she want to do this. She want to do deadlifts. She want to do squats. Girl, I'm old. I'm not trying to do all that, honey. I mean, I appeased her a little bit, but dang. You know what I'm saying? But it was a cool workout. You know, we'll see if the kid come back tomorrow because my sister's one of these people that like go hard, but then she fall off. So we're going to see because I do stay consistent for my workouts, but the reason I'm consistent because I don't like kill myself when I go in there. I'm not like doing the most where I didn't throw my back out because I ain't got nothing to prove. My sister be like, can you lift this? Girl, I ain't got to do all that. I enjoy saying I'm old now. So I could just be like, I'm old. And I love it. I love saying that. But no, it was a cool workout. Of course, my sister met a little friend. And see, that's another thing. Like, when I go to the gym, I don't want to talk to nobody. You know, obviously, that's my sister. I'm going to socialize with her. But I'll be in my own little world. And I be trying to get up out of there. My sister done seen somebody she know. You know, it's just the whole thing. And then, yeah, then after that, I got me some food because I was hungry. And my sister's like, we got to eat healthy. I'm like, girl, right now, I'm not even on that. So, I'm going to get my life back together. But I'm back to eating like trash. I need to get my life back together. But I'm not going to be bullied into eating right. If that makes any sense. Because I'm stubborn. Like, I'm going to eat right when I feel like it. And I've been on this like Jolly Rancher kick. Like my husband, they have like Jolly Ranchers where they make only red, strawberry, cherry, and watermelon. And if you love me, get me some. My husband literally ordered me some on Amazon, which I think my husband is trying to keep me fat. He wants me to be fat because my husband's always plowing me with food and stuff. It's like whatever, but I'm gonna eat it though. Anyway. Yeah, that was my day, y'all. And of course, I did all that working out. Then you got to go to work and do work. Like, how's this life right now? You know, it's never just you can work out hard and then just chill. It's always something. It's always something. Let's get into this news. Some Mar-a-Lago worker witnessed the classified documents and is now flipping on Trump and won't be prosecuted. DC police are searching for a homicide suspect who escaped a university hospital. Tropical storm Lee is strengthening into a hurricane. Bruce Springsteen is suffering some health issues. Let's see. So, and I'm going to do a story time on this, but this cop, he got caught in a compromising incident with another woman and his wife. He went viral, this cop, and his wife saw it. Great. Ex-pilot share flight attendant's nudes again. Says he's going back to prison. I guess this is the second time doing it. That's wild. If you are a Kansas driver and you have no DUIs, you're getting a payday on Wednesday. When are they gonna do that in my states? Let's see. Other than that, I'm not seeing any news that you guys should be greatly concerned about. we got here before we get into these Reddits and these story times? It's just repeated news, but sometimes I just sigh at this news. Like, what the heck is this crap? But, yeah, a lot of repeated news, so y'all not missing nothing. Let's get into these Reddits. Finito. Alright. Men that have been in a long-term relationship but never married. How did it turn out? I think the best marriages happen when people involved actively discuss marriage. So many suggestions is you talk to her about this or whatever. I guess somebody's considering marriage. She changed her mind about having kids because of your family and wants to with you. It really hinges on whether you want kids for her too. Alright, I don't know what he's talking about, so let's just get out of that. And I'm not reading a dang long thing. Men that had an unplanned pregnancy with a girl they're not in love with, how did it turn out? It's not a how did it turn out, it's not a lot. She got pregnant with twins after a few months of something casual. We got married. It was hard at first, lots of fighting and figuring each other out. Neither of us had lived with anyone else before, never been so serious with anyone. We had some growing pains from essentially rushing our relationship. We were poor a few years. We've been married for almost 9 years, moved across the country 3 times, and have 3 kids now. I'm madly in love with her. She's madly in love with me. We fought and worked for our marriage and for our relationship. I wouldn't have it anyway else. I wouldn't have anyone else. She's truly my best friend. That's a good story. Been 25 years of hell having to see that woman. She is a horrible, toxic person. Love my son, though. See, yeah, it's 50-50 because that first story seemed too good to be true. I attempted to make it work, but eventually we split up anyway. It was a total crap show for a while, and she basically disappeared for a while, only to pop up every so often, and it was a whole mess for about 5 years, and she slowly sorted herself out, and our son is now 13 and has lived with me full-time since he was about 12. She now sees him every other weekend, and they have built a decent relationship. Certainly not a perfect relationship, but it's gotten better over the years. A lot of interesting takes on this. How true is it that men will always love their first girlfriend? Some guy said, no hurt feelings, I hope she's doing well, but that's not a healthy relationship and I don't miss it. First girlfriend, not really. First real love, yeah, she will have a warm spot. Not the first girlfriend, it's the first real love. So, there you have it. That's a myth. It's gotta be the first real love. If you had a smell based on your vibe, what would it be? I love me a vanilla brown sugar smell. I love that. That's probably one of my favorite scents. Somebody said mint ice cream, rain in the air, pine and spruce, roses, green tea. I hate tea. Beachy vanilla. I love some beachy vanilla. Yeah, I love me some vanilla. Girl advice needed. Let's see what she wants. Have you ever lost feelings for someone but gained them back? Have you ever gotten back with an ex who you thought you'd never take back? If yes, how did it happen? For me, like, I don't believe in getting back with exes. I've tried, like, obviously, like, if you're married or have a child together, you might try, but it just really don't work, because when you come to the finality of breaking up with someone, for me, it was a whole reason for that. And most of the time, you haven't resolved it if you were only broke up for a day or a week, for that matter, or even a month. Like, is it really resolved? So for me, I don't see how it works, but let's see what these people say. I moved on and lived an amazing life without them. Yeah, but they came back weaker and eventually disappeared. Nope. No. Nah. Once I'm not feeling it, it's pretty much done. When I move on, it's always for a good reason, and therefore I've never had feelings. Yeah, I think, like, with women, when a woman decides to walk away, it's completely different. Like, we be done. You know, I don't want to quote R. Kelly, but when a woman's fed up, ain't nothing you can do about it. What's a dead giveaway that someone doesn't have a life? They always in your business. I mean, that could be sad for me because I'm always reading somebody's business, but that's for entertainment purposes. Somebody said starting workplace drama. Starting drama, period. The lady in my office who monitors how long everyone... Yeah, them snitches at work, horrible people. Like, why are you snitching for? The company is not going to go under. Like, I can promise you, even if someone is like... I'm just going to say, the company ain't going to go under. Unless someone's literally bringing assault rifles and popping everybody. Why are you snitching? Being me on here looking for things that I'm guilty of doing... My manager gets mad at anyone who takes time off and complains about them the whole time they're gone. They talk about high school. Yeah, if you always reminiscing on the past, like, you have nothing going for yourself. Worrying about what the others do with their life. Yeah, I mean, you can pray for people or whatever, but to be constantly, like, losing sleep over somebody else's life is really ridiculous. But yeah, that's that. I'm going to get into these story times because I'm determined to finish them tonight. We need a fresh take on story time, so let's go ahead and get into this stuff. I got a few I need to get through.
Hey ladies, so right now I'm in Chicago, Illinois, and I just took a Lyft because I didn't want to have to worry about parking and not being familiar with the area. However, my Lyft driver, he was very, very strange. Not only was he strange, he offered me a piece of gum. I was wise enough not to chew the gum. I did not digest the gum. And then the closer I got to my destination, he tells me he wouldn't be able to drop me off at my destination. He started fidgeting after he noticed that I was not going to eat the gum. So I just want to say this. I also, at that time, I immediately, because I am prior law enforcement, and I'm thinking 3 steps ahead already, and my spider senses kicked in. At that time, I immediately called home. I shared my location and shared his information, put him on speakerphone, put the phone on speakerphone, and started letting everybody know who I was in the car with, and I made a big deal about it until he dropped me off.
Yeah, that's scary. And yeah, I wouldn't eat nothing nobody offers me.
Because y'all, this wouldn't be a story if it didn't get messier. So shout out to No Jumper because they posted that the wife of the Maryland cop that got caught with another woman speaks out. But y'all, that's not all. The mistress spoke out too. Okay, so the wife's name is Paula Marlette, seen right here with the red dreads. And the mistress happened to be Virginia Pinto? scene right here. Okay, so the wife said, "Thank you to everyone. And yes, this is a very difficult time for me and my kids. As embarrassing and painful as this is, please check in on us. We need the support and the love, most of all, the respect from the community and our families." She goes on to say, "Yes, I know what's been going on. And no, I am not updating anyone on the situation after today. Virginia's husband, the mistress, left her a long time ago because she cheated, so she and my husband decided to do this behind my back for years, honey." She goes on to say that, "I'm not seeking anyone else's input. I don't need anyone's opinion. My life is my life. I will make decisions accordingly. I love you all, except for you, Virginia." Because you can rot in... Child. Now, Virginia has something to say. She goes on to say, "Not that I owe anyone an explanation. This girl has been cheating on her husband for a while now herself." Y'all. She goes on to say, "I know everything. And everyone, look, this is life. And y'all know nothing." She goes on to say that, "I've done nothing wrong." You ain't done nothing wrong, girl. You cheating on your husband with a married... Come on. You ain't done nothing wrong. She goes on to say, "All I want to say is y'all have the whole info wrong. Paula Marlette isn't saying the whole story, which I understand, but please don't be mad at me because your husband wants me. This can't be real." This cannot be real. Okay, y'all, if they post anything else, y'all gonna get it here first. I swear. I'm gonna be on it. I'm gonna get on my Zoom.
Them cops, and that guy's a cop, but them cops be something else, girl. Y'all don't understand how them cops be, but yeah.
Hey bitch, I got banned from Tinder. Let's talk about it. Okay, so what had happened was I used to be burning that Tinder up. And when I say burning, I mean, honey, I was burning it up. I have a couple theories on what could have happened. Long story short, I logged in one day and it said that my account had been banned. And I thought, what does that mean? Because, you know, I'm a cute little angel. Why are you banning me? It said I was banned because I violated the community guidelines. I was like, how the fuck did I do that? The thing about Tinder is that they don't tell you what guideline you have violated. So I went through their community guidelines and I thought about all the possible scenarios. And here's what I think happened. You know those guys who can't hold a conversation, want to tell you like, hey, what's up, all day long, or like, hey, what you doing, all day long? So this man was WYDing me to death, bitch. I was like, you should just block him. And I was like, you know what? I need to look out for all my future girls who might have to interact with this man who cannot hold a conversation. I said, sir, who taught you how to talk to people? Just out of curiosity. And of course he was confused. He had no idea what I was talking about. I was like, you have asked me what I've been doing approximately 15 times since the day that we matched. We matched 3 days ago. I am doing the same thing. I'm sitting here on my couch watching you message me. What are you doing? That's what I've been doing. He was like, oh, my bad. So I messaged back and I said, you can Venmo me. And then I put my Venmo for all my pain and suffering that I had to go through for these past 3 days. I wasn't being for real, was I? I wasn't. Like 48 hours after that, I logged in and my account was banned. So I think it's because Tinder does not play about getting paid on their app. So I got banned and I was like, big bet, I'ma just make me another little account. Cute. No. I tried to make another account, banned. This is embarrassing. I tried to make a Google account to get a Google Voice number to make another account. They were smarter than me because they knew that that's what I was doing. Basically, if I ever want to be unbanned from Tinder, I have to get a whole new phone number. So that's fun for me. Tinder, bitch, if you see this, let me back in. I was just joking. I was trying to take one for the team and get us paid as a joke. So I know people get banned for their accounts being reported. So it could have been that. I don't know why I got banned. But all those other girls in my comments in my other video who were telling me that they got banned too, I need to hear the stories, okay? I need to hear them. I need to. I don't know if I would want to be back on the Tinder game because Tinder was crazy. Tinder men are crazy, bitch. I want to know why I got banned. Tinder, can you like let a girl know?
Seeing as how she made a viral video, I don't know if she'll ever get unbanned because any dude that sees it probably gonna report her. Let's see this one here.
Man, what's poppin', man? Hey, man, I'm gonna tell y'all a quick little story real quick. For this story, we gonna call this dude Slim. Slim is not his real name at all. Look, it's not his real name. But for this story, we gonna call him Slim. Slim is originally from Memphis, Tennessee, but he moved to Atlanta, Georgia so he could go to school. After he finished school in Atlanta, Georgia, he moved to a city out there on the East Coast. I'm not sure what city that he moved to on the East Coast, but he moved to the East Coast. While he was out there, he met this beautiful, fine woman, and they started dating. Shortly after dating, they ended up having their first baby together. It was a baby girl. After they had that baby girl, they ended up getting married. Shortly after being married, they brought another life into this world. It was another gorgeous, beautiful daughter. So while Slim got his family out there on the East Coast, he doing good. He got a job, taking care of his family, but his wife talked about moving down south. She never been down south before. So Slim, being from Memphis, he moved his family and he came back down south. But he didn't move to Memphis, he moved to the outskirts of Memphis. While he was down here, he got him a good job that paid good money being a computer engineer. So he got the good job. He did what any other man would do. He took care of his family. He took care of home. He moved all of them into a good luxury apartment. He paid all the bills. He spoiled his wife. He spoiled his daughters. He paid for them to go on trips. He bought his wife cars. He bought his daughters whatever that they wanted. They couldn't want for nothing. But Slim was holding back a secret that he didn't tell nobody. But they ended up finding out. What happened was this. Slim was making dating profiles to meet dudes on, but he was using his wife's pictures. So all the pictures that she was posting on the internet or pictures that he had taken her, he took those and put it on the dating apps to meet dudes. So while the dudes thinking that they talking to this female, which is Slim's wife, they actually talking to Slim. So he'll talk to them for a few weeks. And then whenever they ask to come over, he'll get them the address to his apartment, but he won't give them his exact apartment name. He'll get them the apartment, he won't give them his exact apartment number. He'll get them the apartment number across from his. So when they come to their apartment number and they knock on the door, Slim he'll look at the peephole and he will scan the dudes. He'll check out their demeanor, their stance, and he'll try to figure them out, try to see if they go that way. If you can't tell by now, Slim goes that way. He's bisexual. So whenever he invites one of them dudes over and they knocking on the neighbor's door across from him, which is an empty apartment, he's checking them out. He's trying to see if they might go that way. He's trying to find any evidence to show that they might be interested in him. And if he ever got that good feeling, he would go out there, open up the door, he'll introduce himself, and he'll say, hey, it was me that you've been talking to for these past few weeks. Some of the dudes went for that. So everything was good with Slim. But what happened was Slim tried the wrong one.
Okay.
Slim lost everything. He lost his wife with 2 kids. He lost all of his respect. His family cut him off. They ain't want nothing to do with him after this whole situation went down. And he eventually quit his job because his business got aired around the whole workplace. He moved back to Memphis and he started working at a college with his frat brother that he met out there in Georgia when he was in college. Unlike Slim, his frat brother didn't participate or was a part of any of them activities that Slim was a part of and participated with. His frat brother was happily married. He had a gorgeous wife. He had a beautiful family. And he had a good career. He just felt like since Slim was his frat brother, he was obligated to help him out when he seen that he had hit rock bottom. He started taking Slim around all his co-workers, all around his family, and he introduced Slim to his wife because he wanted his wife to meet his frat brother. And his wife knew about Slim, and she was trying to peep it out to see if her husband was. But as she was peeping it out, she didn't see anything. She didn't see any red flags. She didn't hear any rumors. Nor did she see her husband hanging out with Slim excessively. But everything that's done in the dark comes to the light. Remember that. One night, her husband isn't answering any of her text messages. It's past the time that he's supposed to be home. He gets off of work around 8:30. He might make it home around 9 o'clock, 9:30. But it's 10:30 at nighttime, right? So she's sending her husband messages. Where are you? Are you okay? He's not answering. It shows that the message is sent on her end, but it doesn't show that her husband received the messages on his end. So now she's calling the phone. When she called the phone, it goes straight to voicemail. She calls again, straight to voicemail. She uses the house phone, straight to voicemail. She uses one of the kids' phone, straight to voicemail. So now she's sending him a message. Are you okay? Are you okay? Because she doesn't know what to think. She doesn't know if anything happened to her husband, if he's okay, if his phone died, if he fell asleep, or if he's cheating on her. So now she's getting kind of worried. She calls again, straight to voicemail. So as she's in the middle of sending him another text message, her phone rings. She looks down, it's her husband. She hears, hello, are you okay, baby? Baby, where are you? Are you okay? She doesn't hear what she was hoping to hear. What she hears this. He pocket dialed his wife without him even knowing. And she's hearing her husband moaning and grunting. She hears someone else moaning and grunting. So now she's furious. What the you doing? Hello? 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 Now the kids coming in the room. What's wrong, mama? She go back in your room. Go back in y'all room. So they, what's wrong? She like, go back in your motherfucking room. Don't worry about that. Hello? I know you ain't doing what the fuck I think you doing. She's yelling in the phone. Her husband's so busy in the act, he's not noticing anything. He doesn't know that he called his wife. So now the wife is packing up her stuff. She put on her jacket. She grabbed her keys. She goes out to the door. She goes in her car. Her husband's still on speakerphone. She, hello? Hello? She furious. She running through lights. She running red lights. She running through stop signs and everything. Hello? Hello? She's going around to all the spots that she think her husband could be. But she went to the spot last that she was hoping that her husband was not there. She pulls up to the college. It's a few cars in a parking lot, but no one's in them cars. Her husband has tint on his windows. It's not dark tint, but if the light hits it, it will show you how many people is in the car, but you can't see their face. So if she pulling up, he's still on speakerphone. She's still hearing the moaning, so she's pissed off. She's looking in the car right now through her car window. Okay, she sees two people up in there, and she see the car kind of move. So now she's pissed off. She gets out the car. She doesn't slam the door, but she closes it. She walks up to the door. She's looking inside. They don't even know that she right there. So now she pulls the door handle.
Okay. He told the longest story, but y'all got the gist of it.
Investigation right here in Houston. You won't believe it. A woman accused of killing her own landlord, stuffing his body under the stairs of the house, and renting out rooms in his home while collecting the damn rent herself. Fox 26's Gabby Hart spoke with the key tenant who says she was tricked into cleaning up the crime scene.
She basically killed this man, took over his house, and was living life like she was, queen for quite a while.
In July of 2021, Tabitha Pope says 43-year-old Pamela Ann Merritt rented out a room to her that was inside of a home located at 605 West Clay Street in Houston. She claims Pamela told her the rent would be lowered if she cleaned the second and third floors of the home. All Tabitha knew at the time was that the owner of the home, 78-year-old Colin Cardaci, hadn't been seen since February 15th, 2021.
Very suspicious because the way their stories kept changing.
When Tabitha started cleaning the second floor, she found bins filled with blood that were hidden in a crawl space.
It just smelled like death.
And when she asked what it was, she says Pamela told her it was from rotten meat that had went bad during the freeze. But when Tabitha made it to the third floor, where Cardaci lived prior to his disappearance,
there was blood on the splatters on the wall. There's coagulated blood on the floor, throughout the room. On his bed, there was a big spot of blood.
That was on October 2nd, 2021. Tabitha called police. Officers came, took pictures, and then left.
Basically, they said no body, no crime.
But on December 6th, 2 months later, Tabitha found a body.
I was back here under the stairs.
The skeletal remains of Cardaci were found in the backyard. He'd been stabbed to death. And Tabitha says Pamela Merritt actually led her right to his remains.
I had mentioned to her that if they found Colin's body somewhere, then it wouldn't be a foreclosure. 2 days after that is when they let slip something about the dog corpse under the stairs. She's like, oh, you want to see it? And then she got all, like, peppy. And I was like, sure. And she, like, damn near skipped to the backyard. She stops, and her face just, there it is. And turns around and walks away. So, I mean, I took one look at it, and I just knew immediately it was a body.
What went through your mind at that?
Oh, she killed him.
Detectives and crime scene units investigated and removed the remains from the yard. No arrests were made. After they found the body, you still lived here?
Yes.
And so did Pamela?
Yeah.
Even though a body had been found?
At that point, I had nowhere else to go.
Tabitha says Merritt continued to live in the home until the summer of 2022, more than 1 year after Cardaci's death. Merritt wasn't officially charged with murder until May of 2023, and on August 18th, officers finally took her into custody. Well, Tabitha is still living in that home. She hasn't paid rent, though, since Cardaci's remains were found, and she is set to appear in eviction court at the end of this month. We have her full interview posted on Fox26Houston.com. And as for Merritt, she remains behind bars, held on...
She had a whole scheme going.
If anybody out there can suggest anything to help me out, that would be grateful. I met a woman last night. For the first time she come to my house. That's why I look so rough. For the first time she come to my house. Apparently, this woman is telling me a lot. And she's got a high sex drive. When I said this woman got a fucking high sex drive, she's got a high sex drive. Mate, I've seen my life flash in front of me. Between 10 o'clock last night and 6 o'clock this morning, I see the sun just come out. I haven't rest from 10 o'clock last night till 6 o'clock this morning. This fucking woman is trying to kill me, right? I am 40 years of age and this woman is 52 and she's acting like she's 21, okay? The fucking woman nearly killed me. First thing she start doing, she start biting me. My skin is sensitive. This woman started biting me. At one point during sex, I was crying. And why I was crying is because I was under so much pressure. My willy has bent from the front and almost touched the crack of my ass. Right? Almost touched the crack of my ass. I was planning to do this woman a few things. And you know, the woman come here and I'm the one that learned a few things. Man, I've seen things bent that it shouldn't be bent, things twist that shouldn't be twisted, things come off that shouldn't be come off. At one point, she was biting on my titties. My titties are here. She was biting off my titties, and one time when she come up from biting my titties, I had to look in her mouth if my titties was in her mouth. This woman went down on me. And when she went down on me, I'm thinking to myself, okay, it feels like I'm going in for a crash landing, right? Then, she's not a small woman. She went on top of me. My inside went through the middle of the bed and touched the floor and come back up and went inside of me. This woman was riding me like I'm at the Cheltenham Festival and then they're riding the Queen's horse. You know when you see them horses on TV in the horse races? This is what the woman was doing to me. She was riding me like a fucking horse, right? The only thing left for her to do was whip me, right? And says, come on, you little thoroughbred. Come on, you little thoroughbred, right? My hair, she turned me back way, and she didn't push anything inside me, but she turned me back way and she says, turn back way. I want to look at you from behind. And as soon as I turned back way, she grabbed the back of my head And my head was going like that. And it was going around. And at one point I thought I had fucking whiplash. I had whiplash. No, I said to myself, this woman is not coming back to my house and I'm not going to visit this woman. So I needed an excuse. If anybody know of a good excuse, I can tell this woman. Because if I can't think of any excuse, I'm going to change my number. I'm going to phone the EE company and ask them to send me a new chip. Now this woman know where I live. I'm going to also move out of the area. Right? I'm going to ask the neighbor if they want to swap house. That means when she knock my door, I'm not fucking there. You know what I mean?
She messed my dude up. I always wonder about that, because when a dude has a high sex drive, that's one thing. But women, to me, we're so much more intense and so much more like, when we want some, it's like a whole nother level of like thirst needing to be quenched. So I believe this man. I believe this man is in fear of his life. But shout out to old girl. I hope she finds you and does it all over again. For all women out there, get yours, girl. Yeah, he seems he enjoyed it. Don't feel bad for him. Isn't It Yet is signing off. You guys have an amazing day, night, afternoon, and be blessed.